Dad, Mom, I've made up my mind.
Betty, what's wrong?
I will marry Glen.
What? What do you say?
I said Glen and I would get married. I'm going to move out with him.
Betty, are you crazy? Glen is not a good person. I told you to stay away from him.
Why would you do that, Dad? Why don't you like him?
Do you see what happened to him? No university degree, no house, low-income family. How can he give you happiness?
You are so out of date. Why do you judge a person by their background?
Betty, I have lived and been in contact with many people. Glen was not the right person to love and marry.
I don't believe it. I will still marry him. Dad, you slapped me. You have never slapped me before.
Betty, listen to your father. Please don't do it on your own. Your father wants what's best for you as well.
Mom, did you say that too? Why aren't you standing by me?
I feel your father is right. I disagree with your marriage to Glen.
If you decide to marry Glen, you should never regret your decision. I will not subsidize you, not even 1 cent.
I hate you too. Never talk to me again. I don't need your money. I will decide my future. I will happy with my decision.
Betty! Sean, are we too hard on Betty?
This is her choice. One day, she will understand our feeling.
Episode 1, Happy Dream. Glen, what do you love me for?
I love you because you are Betty.
Will you stay with me forever?
Of course. I will love you forever. Betty, how about a wedding? We will make it simple. Just get some friends over.
I agree. With our love, we will surpass the challenges in our life.
Miss Betty White, do you agree to marry Mr. Glen Black? Whether happy or poor, the two are always together.
I agree.
Mr. Glen Black, do you agree to marry Miss Betty White? Whether happy or poor, the two are always together.
I agree.
This period is the happiest time of my life. I can live together with my love. I'm an office staff. But Glen is still unemployed. He hasn't found a job yet. Glen, can you get a worker job? As long as there's an income.
I don't like it. The job is very hard.
But you need more qualifications to apply for an office job.
I can. My previous experience was as an assistant to an Italian boss. It's possible.
Please promise me. You have to find a stable job. We have to pay many things. Rent, house, food, bill.
I know. I promise you. I will find a job in coming days.
However, the happiness does not stay long. Glen, do you drink beer today?
Yes. Drinking comforts me. Betty, give me money to get the beer.
We only have a little money left. You're unemployed, and my pay is low.
Why worry? You still have your parent. When you don't have any more money, you can come and ask them.
Glen, you promised me you'd find a job, didn't you?
You talk too loudly. Will you give me money?
I can't give it to you. What did you do? Why did you slap me?
Not only slapping, I also hit you.
Stop it, Glen.
Will you give me the money?
I will give it to you. Please stop. Why is he like that? Wasn't he very forward-thinking before?
Betty, what's wrong with your face?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Is it because of Glen?
No, please don't misunderstand.
What's wrong with Betty's face?
I do not know. It looks like someone hit her, but she said nothing.
Betty, are you alright?
I'm all right. Please don't hear anything wrong about my face. It is an accident.
If something happened, please tell me. I'm your boss for 5 years, so I know about you. I can help you.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm okay. Don't worry about me.
You have deadline tasks tomorrow. Don't forget to submit to me.
I know. I will send to you today.
Betty, I'm sorry. I drank a lot yesterday, so I couldn't control myself.
Glen, don't do that again. I forgive you.
I will never do that again. Betty, have you heard of Bitcoin?
Is it a virtual currency?
That's right. Bitcoin investment is now the world trend. I also want to invest in getting rich fast. So, can you lend me some money?
I have no money, you know. But how much money do you need?
$30,000. Bitcoin is currently bottoming out. I'm sure it will increase in the future.
What? $30,000?
I think you can ask your parent.
You know my father abandoned me because I married you.
Parents never leave their children. Listen to me. Go home and borrow them. If I were rich, your parent would change their attitude towards me.
Do you have business here? If not, please get out of my house.
Sean, why do you say that? It's been a while since Betty came to visit us.
Dad, I'm sorry for coming here. But I have something I want you help me.
If something happens, say it right away.
Currently, I want to open a small business. So I want to borrow you $30,000.
What? $30,000? Where's Glen? Is this your idea or his idea?
Glen has nothing to do with this. All is my opinion.
We don't have money for you. Please get out of here.
Dad, please help me. Dad, did you slap me again?
Haven't you since decided to marry Glen? Have you given up on this family? You must be responsible for your decisions. Haven't you since decided to marry Glen? Have you given up on this family? You must be responsible for your decisions. Please leave my house. I do not welcome you. Stop talking about the money.
Dad, please help me. Mom, why does Dad treat me that way?
Betty, you can have that money.
Mom, will you lend me money?
It's all my money. I hope you and Glen have a better life. Make good use of the money.
Thanks, Mom. I promise to give them back in full. Episode 2: The Tragedy After Marriage.
Ella, did you lend Betty money?
Yes, Betty is my daughter. I cannot ignore her.
I think you spoiled Betty too much. She didn't think of anything.
Sean, are you blaming me? How about you? You're a business person. You don't care about her.
Ella, that's not my point. I want to let Betty live with that decision.
Sean, I'm not as cold-hearted as you. If something happens to Betty, I won't forgive you.
Glen, this is $30,000 I borrowed from my mom.
Thank you, my darling. I'm going to use the money to become a billionaire. We'll get rich soon. Then your parents will feel differently about me.
What's wrong, darling? Do you drink beer again?
Bitcoin doesn't increase, but also drops abruptly. They say investment in Bitcoin right now is a mistake. I failed. I threw away $30,000.
You don't have to be sad. In any event, everything happened. Or, you may apply for a job. Being a worker is not hard. At least we got money.
Betty, why do you say that? Don't you want to be rich? Do you want your parents to look down on me? I don't want to be a worker. The job is really hard. I want to be rich quickly.
Glen, it would help if you looked at the facts. You've already spent $30,000. What do you get for it?
Shut up, Betty. Give me money for the beer.
No, I don't give. We'll cover the rent. Do you have any idea what to think?
Will you give me money for beer?
Please don't beat me anymore. I'll give you the money.
You should give me soon.
Why did he end up like this? Was this marriage wrong? I cannot go back. I'm responsible for what I decide. One day, Glen will change. I believe so.
Betty, what happened to your face?
Kevin, it's nothing. I fell down. I'm okay.
You don't seem to have fallen. Tell me what happened. Did you get hit by someone?
No guessing, please. I just had an accident.
If you're in trouble, tell me.
Please don't care about me anymore. I'm got married. I wouldn't want my husband to get it wrong.
Betty, I'm so worried about you.
I understand, but between us, we only have the boss and the employee. I don't want any trouble. This month's household spending is not enough. Glen spent so much money on beer. We don't have enough rent. I don't know what to do. Kevin, I have something to ask for your help.
What happened to you?
I want to advance 1 month's salary. I need money to deal with family matters.
I'll give you the money. You don't need to advance your salary.
I can't take your money.
It's okay. You just take it. When you have enough, you can return it to me.
Thank you.
Betty, I need to start a small business on Amazon. I see many people doing business on this platform.
Do you want to invest again? The last time you invested in Bitcoin, you wasted your money.
This time, I won't fail anymore. I think the investment will be a success.
Glen, I'm so tired. You don't get to work. I get to work by myself. My salary is not enough to cover the cost of living.
Do you not trust me? Didn't you say you would trust me?
It's up to you. I don't mind at all.
Do you talk to me that way?
What did you do? Why slap me?
That slap reminds you of who you're talking to. Don't let me see your face. I have to get a beer.
Why did my life turn out this way? I wish I had a bright future. Why didn't I listen to my dad and mom at that time? Why do I love him?
Betty, we have an important meeting this afternoon. Don't forget the documents.
I know. I have prepared the documents thoroughly.
I believe in you.
Who are you? Why come in here?
Where's Betty? Who is Betty?
Betty, someone's looking for you.
I got it. I'll be out right away. I'm Betty. Who are you?
Your husband, Mr. Glen, borrowed $100,000 from us. He said he wanted to invest in a business. When we collected the debt, he gave us your information. He said you will pay us.
What? Her husband borrowed money from the cam.
Do they even go to this company to collect the debt?
I had no idea Glenn borrowed you. He said nothing to me. There's no money to pay. This amount is too high. You can ask Glenn to pay for it. Don't try and find me. I don't borrow you.
Glen said we came to find you.
Wait a minute. I will phone Glenn. Did you borrow their money?
Yes. I don't have the money to pay. You should call and borrow your parents.
Glenn? Hello.
We're forced to do that if you don't have money.
What are you doing?
Your husband, Mr. Glen, borrowed $100,000 from us. He said he wanted to invest in a business. When we collected the debt, he gave us your information. He said you will pay us. We're forced to do that if you don't have money.
What are you doing? What's the matter with you? This is the company I work for. Come on, don't do it.
Once you have the money, we will stop.
Please stop. The money you're looking for. I'll pay for Betty.
Kevin, why?
If you pay sooner, we will not do this thing.
Betty, don't worry. I will help you.
Episode 3, Live in Nightmare. Kevin, why did you do that?
If I don't, this company will be destroyed by them.
$100,000 is a lot of money. How can I pay you back?
I only have one request. If you can make it, you don't need to pay it back.
What's the request?
You must divorce your husband. That's the only thing I'm asking.
I can't. I still love Glenn. I don't want to divorce him.
Can't you see he got you into trouble? I'm sure he can bring more problems. Betty, why don't you love me? I can take care of everything for you.
Because I have no feelings for you. I know you're sweet about me, but all I got is feelings for Glenn.
If you continue your wrong marriage with Glen, you will regret it.
I'm sorry. I want to leave early today. I have to meet Glenn and talk about the debt.
Okay, you're free to go early.
Glenn, why did you do that?
Betty, What do you mean?
Why did you borrow $100,000? I cannot afford to pay. My family will never help me.
Do you want us to be poor for the rest of our lives? I want us to have better lives.
Do you know the debt collector has been at my company? If I lose my job, what will we do?
Do not worry. I put money into selling on Amazon. We will be rich soon.
I'm sick of you being paranoid. Please, be realistic. A lot of money has already been spent. The result is nothing.
How dare you tell me this? You expect me to slap you again?
It's the truth. I did something wrong when I married you. Why the hell would I want to marry you?
Are you planning on getting divorced?
Glenn, please stop it. If not, I will call the police.
I won't permit you to leave me. You can call police. I don't scare. There's nobody to save you.
Help me! Help me!
Is Betty off work again today?
Yes, she told me she was sick. Kevin, it would help if you got Betty out of here.
Why do you say that?
The debt collectors last time spooked the employees. This is because of Betty.
I know what I'm doing. It's not Betty's fault.
Let's see. I only have $200 for this week. I think I should buy cheap food.
Betty, are you going to the supermarket today?
Mom?
What happened to you? You have such a swollen face. And why are there bruises on the limbs?
It's nothing, Mom. I fell when I was cleaning.
Betty, this isn't a fall. Obviously, the wound you got hit by someone. Tell me, what happened?
It's nothing, Mom.
Did Glen beat you?
No, don't take this the wrong way. Glenn treated me very well. I don't have a problem with him.
How's the $30,000 I lent you? Is the business still okay?
It's okay. I will pay you back when I have enough money. I need to go home. I will call you later. Goodbye, Mom.
Betty, wait. Something's not right about her. Betty's behavior was panic-stricken when I asked. I need to do something to help Betty, or she'll be in danger.
Glen here. Ella, is that you? Do you want to meet me?
Glen, this may be one of the rare times we speak to each other.
It's my fault. You are Betty's mother. I should be in regular contact.
I'm also so sorry I didn't attend your and Betty's wedding. Glen, are you happy getting married to Betty?
Why do you ask so? Did Betty say something?
No, she said nothing. But as a mother, I need to know if her Liv is happy or not.
Of course, she is happy. Don't worry.
To make Betty truly happy, each month I will deposit into your account $3,000. I hope this money keeps Betty safe from her troubles. She should still be happy.
Will you give me $3,000 a month? Really?
I never lied about it. You have to promise me to treat her well.
I promise. I've never done anything wrong with her.
I trust you. Don't tell Betty about today.
That's all right. I have money to spend. Betty is a gold mine. I will not divorce her, or I won't have any more money.
Hopefully, this way, Glen will treat Betty well.
Are you busy this afternoon? I want you to join me in meeting the client.
Okay, I'll go with you.
That client was annoying.
You still have the right to sign the contract. You're so good, Kevin.
Thanks to you too. The material you prepared is excellent. Betty, how's the divorce going?
I told you already. I will not divorce Glen. Kevin, what are you doing?
Why can't you understand my sorrow? I love you is true.
No, I already have a husband.
I love you.
Betty, what are you doing?
Glen, why are you here?
Betty, what are you doing?
Glen, why are you here?
How dare you deceive me?
No, it's just a mix-up. Not the way you think.
I can give you an explanation. It was a misunderstanding. Betty and I have nothing to do with each other.
Come home with me. Hurry up, or you will get the result after. Luckily, I had a reason to make her listen to me.
Betty.
Episode 4, A New Relationship.
Are you still thinking of divorcing me? So you were dating him outside?
No, you're missing the point. I just accidentally fell on Kevin.
So his name is Kevin? Who is he?
Kevin is the boss of my company. I have worked with him for 5 years now.
Do you regret marrying me? So you were dating Kevin?
If I wanted to go out with him, I did it 5 years ago. Glen, I really love you. How come you won't believe me?
I warn you. Never thought of divorcing me. I don't allow it.
What if I have that thought? How come I can't get a divorce?
Here's how it works. You better shut up. I'm sick of the look on your face. I will go to the bar to drink beer.
Glen, are you coming again today?
Nancy, it's great to see you.
Me too. The shirt you bought me the other day, I love it a lot. Thank you.
Would you like something else? I can buy it for you.
Really? How much money have you got left?
Why not? I have money. Or I'll borrow it.
If you borrow money, how do you pay?
My wife has to pay for me.
Does your wife have to pay? Is she rich?
Her family is rich. Her parents won't abandon her. She loves me very much.
Interesting. I want to buy a Pro Max 14 phone. Will you get it for me?
Of course, Nancy. It's too simple, but to exchange.
You can come by my place tonight. Still the same.
You truly understand what I'm saying. Come on. I'll take you to buy a phone.
Thank you, darling. I love you.
Come on. The phone store is close to this bar.
I'm so happy.
Is he and Nancy in love?
Yes, it seems that Nancy loves Glenn very much. Because he's handsome and well-spoken. He is not happy about his wife in the house.
I hear Nancy has got a husband.
Her husband travels all the time for work. He has no time to discover she had a lover.
Really? She's also scheming.
That's their story. It's not about us. We should not talk about this. If they heard we talked about them, we might get in trouble.
I feel so tired.
Are you sick?
Yes, I haven't been feeling well in the last few days.
Betty.
Betty had a physical breakdown because of excessive anxiety. Did she get in trouble recently?
I don't know when she started the anxiety. It's probably because of her family.
When she wakes up, please tell her about her current illness. She doesn't need medication. But if it continues, Betty will get depressed.
Really? I know. I will tell her. Betty, are you awake?
Where am I?
During work, you fainted. I brought you to a hospital.
Did the doctor say anything?
The doctor said you have a physical breakdown due to excessive anxiety. If you keep going like this, one day, you'll be depressed.
Really? It's not like I'm stressed. I don't want to eat anything.
Tell me the truth. Did Glen hit you again?
Glen doesn't want me to split up. When I wanted to speak my mind, he hit me.
It's okay. You can divorce one-sidedly.
Divorce one-sidedly?
Yes, but you have to be in court. I think you should let the police know that Glen hit you. This is effective evidence when the court decides unilaterally to divorce.
Should I report to the police? I don't want any problems. Well, I hope Glen can change.
If he changed, you wouldn't owe me $100,000. Betty, you should be strong. If you don't, you are in trouble with Glen forever.
It's all my fault. I should have listened to my parents. Just because I was stubborn, I decided to marry him. Then he became more and more evident as an abuser. I regret I didn't listen to my parents.
You can still change. You also have me.
Sorry, Kevin. If I get a divorce, my parents will laugh at me. I can't have anyone laughing at me.
Do you want to live in a nightmare forever?
I hope he changes for good.
Betty, you're crazy. I have nothing more to say if you have already decided this way.
Food prices in supermarkets continue to rise like that. The odd thing is, lately, Glen has yet to ask me for money for a beer. Has he changed? If so, this is amazing. I picked up something Glen likes. Hopefully, our relationship will be as good as it used to be. I don't need to get divorced. Is that Glen? Where is he going? Who is the woman next to him? Are they kissing? Why? Who is she? Why did Glen kiss her? Who is the woman next to him? Are they kissing? Why? Who is she? Why did Glen kiss her? Episode 5, A Chance Meeting.
Glen, are you planning on getting a divorce from your wife?
Of course not. She is my gold mine right now. If I get divorced, I'll be out of money every month.
What do you mean?
Betty's mom gives me $3,000 a month. In exchange, I have to make Betty happy. She probably figured out that Betty got hit by me. So she used this method to protect her daughter.
Is that the source you got the money?
That's right. I also have $100,000 I borrowed from a loan company. Originally, I had the intention of using Amazon to invest. However, I have reconsidered. Using for shopping and drinking beer are even better.
Glen, I never thought you were so clever.
You're as good as I am. Do you intend to divorce your husband?
Why should I divorce him? I get money from him every month. I still feel a lot about my husband. It's just that he's too busy on business trips all the time.
Nancy, I'm back.
Why is that? Didn't you say your husband will come back tomorrow?
Maybe he'll be back soon. You should go to another room and hide. If he sees you, we'll have problems.
Nancy, where are you?
I'm on my way, David.
So boring. It took my mind off it.
What should I do? It turned out that for a long time, Glen was always lying to me. He has another woman. Why does he treat me like that? Didn't Glen love me a lot until we were married?
Betty, is there something to eat?
Where did you go?
I don't need to tell you where I went. Do you have any foods?
Only a few bacon and ham left. Would you like to eat a sandwich?
Do you have anything else?
You haven't been home for dinner lately. So I don't buy a lot of food either. Glen, are you holding something back?
I don't have any. Don't ask me a thing. I go to sleep.
I shouldn't have asked Glen. He will hit me again. I should find that woman's information. She's definitely a bad person. But how come Glen's got money? Did he invest in Amazon?
Betty, I had a detective help you. So that woman's name is Nancy. She used to walk into a pub with Glen. What will you do?
I will see her. I have to save this marriage.
Are you crazy? It's an opportunity to divorce.
No, I can't. I still want to save this marriage.
I can't understand you. Why can't you be stronger? Can you get away from the hell of marriage?
I'm sorry. I can't throw it away. This path is my choice. As a result, I must take responsibility for my decisions.
Hello.
Are you Nancy?
Yes, I am. Who are you?
I'm Betty, Glen's wife. Can I meet you?
Okay, tell me the place. I will come. Hi, how long have you been here?
I'm just here.
Is there something you want to say?
I want to talk about your relationship with Glen.
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
You don't pretend. I already know you have a relationship with my husband.
So what do you want to see me for?
Why do you do that? You already know Glen is married. Why are you ruining my family's happiness?
I never ruined the happiness of your family. He didn't tell me he was married.
You lie. I'm sure Glen has told you about me.
It's your right to believe it or not. With your personality like this, I understand why he often comes to the pub. Instead of seeing me, you might want to figure out a way to keep your husband. Why don't you think? Why does Glen get sick of you? Why does Glen drink beer at a pub?
Stop talking. I don't trust your lies.
You should act as nothing happened. If you screw this up, Glen won't be happy. So the relationship between you and him will only get worse.
Why can you say that? This isn't my fault. This is yours. You seduced Glen in the first place.
No, it's not my fault. It's all in your hands. You annoyed Glen, so he came to see me. The one that should change is you.
Why would you make up such stories?
What do you want me? Do you think you'll slap me?
Yes, I will. Let me tell you who Glen's wife is. You got no right to tell me this.
Please help me. She hit me. Please help me.
We are police. We think you beat her up. Please follow us to the police station.
Elle didn't want to. Just a little misunderstanding. That's because she gets me mad. I just slapped her. I never hit her.
Please follow us.
Betty, you're not good enough to go against me. Haha. Glen didn't even care about you. You're too foolish to keep this happiness.
Please follow us to the police station.
Elle didn't want to. Just a little misunderstanding. That's because she gets me mad.
I want to sue Betty for assault. You need to catch her and throw her in jail.
We reviewed the camera. Mrs. Betty just slapped you, and you fell off by yourself. It's your right to sue, but it's going to cost you time and money. You might want to rethink that.
Nancy, are you all right?
You're late. It would help if you came early.
You phoned, and I came here quickly. Who slapped your face like this?
That's how your wife slapped my face.
What? Did Betty do it?
Episode 6, Ways to Save the Marriage.
Mrs. Betty, we'll reach out to you later. You can leave.
Glen, do you and Nancy know each other? Why are you hiding from me?
Betty, aren't you screwed up enough? I'm ashamed of you. What did you do to Nancy?
It's because of you. Why do you hold it against me?
Shut up. You're the one who did everything.
You're such a liar. I won't forgive you.
Get out if you're done. Be quiet in the police station.
Betty, what are you after? Do you still plan on getting a divorce?
You should ask yourself again. I really want to keep this marriage. But what happened to it? You're hanging out with Nancy. You cheated on me.
It's just a mix-up. Nancy and I once met at the pub. We got nothing else.
You lie. I had the detective look into it. You get to Nancy's place a lot. You think I'll believe the lies you told me?
Then what do you want?
I still love you. I want to save this marriage.
I won't see Nancy again. Do you believe me?
This is the last time I'll take your word for it. Please don't let me down.
Betty, it's my fault. I don't think you love me that much. I promise I won't see Nancy anymore. In return, could you give me $20,000?
Glen, what do you say? Do you trade my love for money? You're crazy.
If so, I'm still dating Nancy. Ah! Ah!
Why is this marriage like this? It's all my fault, isn't it?
Betty, are you okay?
I'm sorry. Recently, my work was delayed. I will finish the tasks soon.
It would help if you took a few days to think things over. If you stay that way, you're going to influence your colleagues. Do you still decide not to get a divorce?
I will take the last resort. I'm going to meet Glen's mother. I think he will listen to her. I believe she'll help me to save this marriage.
Hello, who is that?
It's me, Betty. May I see you?
I'm busy now. Did you get something urgent?
Yes, something happened with Glen and me.
I am free this afternoon. See you at my house.
Yes, I will be on time. When Glen took me to meet his mother, she was really tough. Fortunately, she didn't live with us.
Glen, why do you love her?
Betty was so sweet to me. We have a great love for each other. Then we want to be married.
I love Glen so much. Even if my family does not support me, I shall prove it by my love.
So do I get the money for your wedding?
Mom, what do you say?
Glen's marriage allowance is $50,000. If so, I'll be there for your wedding. Otherwise, I won't attend.
Mom, why do you say that? Betty, no need to take her word for it. Anyway, You and I will live happily ever after the wedding.
What was that all about? What about your marriage to Glen?
I need your help to save my marriage to him. Glen is more and more indicative of the nature of spousal abuse. He beat me so much. He even borrowed money and made me pay for it. He ended up having an affair with a woman.
So poor. I don't think Glen is such a person.
I still love Glen. Please help me get him some advices. You can do something for me.
There's no way I can help anyone without strings attached. If that's the case, I need you to give me $5,000.
What do you say? $5,000? Why?
If not, you and Glen will continue the marriage like that. Nothing is free.
I will give you $5,000. Please help me.
I agree.
Glen listens. Mom? What do you call me for?
Betty told me all about it. Why did you do these things to her?
Mom, do you believe her?
She gave me $5,000 and asked me to help her save her marriage.
Really? I will give you $10,000. Please don't get involved with us.
Where do you get all this money?
Don't worry about it. While you have money to spend, ask for nothing.
I'll stay away from you and Betty.
Thanks, Mom. Betty, did you ask my mom for help? That's dumb. I never divorce you. You are my gold mine. I never let you go easily. Ah! Ah!
Betty gave me $5,000 and asked me to help her save her marriage.
Really? I will give you $10,000. Please don't get involved with us.
Glen, you must help me get back at Betty.
What do you mean?
Betty dared to humiliate me before the cops. She even slapped me. Still, there were no consequences for her.
She is my gold mine. If we overdo it, I'll lose money every month. Lately, I didn't hit her because of her mom's money.
Do you worry if she tell her parents that you're dating me?
Betty left the family because of me. She respects the honor. She fears that her parents will make fun of her. Otherwise, she would have divorced me.
You have to pay me back. If you don't, I won't see you anymore.
Okay, honey. I'll consider how to hurt her.
I love you so much, my darling. I want to buy a new clothes. Do you buy for me?
Of course. Nancy, I will buy for you.
Episode 7, The Deception Game.
Hello. Glen, what do you call me for?
Mom, do you want to make more money?
You know I love money. Do you have any way?
That's right. I have a way. If you do as I say, you will have a few $1,000s more.
I already made dinner. Do you want to join me for dinner?
Of course. I want to. Betty, you are my lovely wife. You worked very hard preparing this meal. I love you.
Has Glen changed? Lately, he eats dinner at home. He is also gentle with me. Did Glen's mom change him? Hello, Betty listens.
Betty, have you seen Glen's change lately?
Yes, I have. Did you advise him?
I did call to advise Glen. I will call him often. I hope you two will always be happy.
Thank you.
However, the last $5,000 you gave is not enough.
What do you mean?
Could you give me an extra $5,000?
I've run out of money.
Then I don't have to call Glen anymore. I'm not getting involved anymore.
Wait! There's a change in him. I want to save this marriage. I will give you the amount you want. But this is the last time.
Okay, I believe you. You know nothing is free. It's all about money.
Anyway, Glen had changed. Good thing I don't have to get divorced. No matter how much money, he and I can live happily ever after.
Betty, this is David, our new client. You will be responsible for taking his questions.
Hi, David. I'm Betty. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Betty. I'm David. I look forward to good cooperation.
Kevin, this is a client of a major corporation. Why don't you put Kat in charge?
This is your chance. You need to trust your capabilities.
Thank you for giving me a chance.
I've had no news from you lately. How's everything?
Glen has changed. Maybe his mother called to advise him. I feel so comfortable.
Really? Do you believe him? You are so naive. Glen will never change. Only you will be hurt by him again.
Kevin, I know you dislike Glen, but take it easy.
The choice is yours. But if you need to, let me know. I'm still on your side.
Thank you. Glen has dinner with me these last few days. He also gave up beer too. I should cook his favorite things. I should call and thank Glen's mother. She helped me a lot. However, the amount I gave her was high.
Hello, are you going to the supermarket today?
I do not want to talk to you.
Wait, why did you rush off?
Please don't disturb me anymore. Glen never got in touch with you again.
What are you saying? Glen and I still see each other.
You lie. Recently Glen has changed. He stayed at home to have dinner with me.
Look, this is a picture of Glen and me yesterday. Haha, haha. To help revenge for me, he pretended to deceive you. So I can look at you now and make you angry.
Impossible! Why do you treat me so badly?
You should go home and ask him. You are miserable.
Why did you do that to me?
What happened to you?
Why did you trick me? You keep in touch with Nancy. I thought you had changed.
Did Nancy tell you everything? That's right. I and my mom colluded to get your money.
Did your mother do too?
Yes. She is a money lover. She said you give her $5,000 to advise me. I gave her $10,000 so she could stay out of it. But Nancy wants some revenge on you. I told my mom that she could make an extra $5,000 with you.
What do you say? Is it the truth?
You spent total $10,000, which wasn't worthwhile. Ah! That's dumb. You'd rather give me $10,000 and let me go shopping with Nancy.
Why have things gone this way? All my saving money is gone for nothing. What can I do? Why did you trick me? You keep in touch with Nancy. I thought you had changed.
I told my mom that she could make an extra $5,000 with you. You spent total $10,000, which wasn't worthwhile. Ah! That's dumb.
Episode 8, Birthday and Cry.
David, why did we have dinner at that fancy restaurant today?
We last had dinner together a long time ago. I'm too busy working in the business.
It's been 3 years since we were married. Since you became a director of JJS Corporation, you have been very busy. We only get together a couple of times a month.
JJS is a big company with many branches all over the country and the world. My job is to check out branches. I also meet with clients. Does that make you unhappy?
Your job is good. It gives me great pleasure to be the wife of a successful man.
I feel sorry for you. Therefore, I intend to resign from this position.
What did you say? Do you want to quit this job?
I want to spend more time together. Otherwise, our feelings will become increasingly distant.
That's a wrong decision. We are young. If we have the opportunity, we should make great money. Don't worry, it won't make me sad.
Nancy, is it all right if I'm not there?
You need to focus on your career. I'm fine.
I got it. The food is ready. Let's eat.
If David leaves this job, I can no longer see Glen. I don't love Glen, but I have some feelings for him. I can't give up now. Oh, it's Betty and a guy?
Betty, are you okay?
I'm okay, do not worry. Just a little bit tired.
Is something going on with Glen again?
Nothing. Things have been good lately.
If so, alright. Today's client is tough. Fortunately, the documents you prepared are excellent. In the end, we signed the contract.
Thank you for persuading the customer, too.
I took you out for dinner. As a way of celebrating, we signed the contract. So, I got this gift for you.
Kevin, why did you give me this gift?
You have a birthday tomorrow. Can't you remember that?
Well, I can't remember. Many things happened recently. I forgot my birthday. Thanks for the gift.
That's fine if you are happy. Happy birthday!
Thank you, Kevin. I'm happy.
Did he ever give Betty presents? What is that relationship? How does Glen react when I tell him what I see?
Are you busy these days? It's hard to meet you.
Yes, my husband was home a few days ago. Today, he is going to meet clients. What's wrong? Did you miss me?
Also a little bit.
Let me tell you something.
What's all this about?
It's about your wife.
Betty? What's wrong with her?
Look at this. Yesterday I saw her at the restaurant.
What? Kevin again? Did he buy Betty a gift?
Look like they're close. And who is this guy?
He's the head of the corporation Betty works for. It's like he loves her. Even though he knew she was married, he still flirted.
You should pay attention. Perhaps Betty wanted a divorce.
If she dares, I shall cause her pain. If I lose all the money, Betty will lose everything.
Glen, you shouldn't do this. Otherwise, you're going to run into trouble with the police.
What? You don't like a reckless like me?
If you weren't reckless, you wouldn't have hooked up with me. I like the way you look.
Betty, what is this?
What do you say?
You're looking at it for yourself.
Why have you got these photos?
I got it from Nancy. Last night, she saw you at a restaurant. It turns out that you still intend to divorce me. So, you're on a secret date with Kevin.
You need to talk carefully. Yesterday, Kevin invited me to celebrate the deal. At the same time, he wanted to give me a birthday present.
Your birthday present?
You don't remember my birthday at all. Today is my birthday.
Really? Happy birthday!
What makes you jealous of Kevin? Why can you hang out with Nancy, and I must endure all this? How come I can't go out with someone else? Why don't we get a divorce? Did you hit me again?
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you!
Help me! Help me!
I won't let you divorce me. If you do, your parents will be in danger.
What did you say?
I said I will do it. I warn you first.
Why doesn't Glen want a divorce? What happened? But today is my birthday. This is a sad birthday I have.
Betty, what's wrong with your face?
I'm fine, David. I just fell off.
You must be careful. The face is incredibly important for women. I always tell my wife to keep the younger in her face.
So you got married?
Yes, we have married 3 years ago. Wait. Here's a picture of my wife. This is my wife. Her name is Nancy. She's sweet and beautiful.
Nancy? Why is that? Is Nancy David's wife? Should I tell him the truth about Nancy?
This is my wife. Her name is Nancy. She's sweet and beautiful.
Nancy? Why is that? Is Nancy David's wife? Should I tell him the truth about Nancy?
What's wrong? Betty, you don't look good.
I'm fine. Would you like to ask any more questions? Otherwise, please sign it. Now is not a good time to tell David about Nancy and Glen. Episode 9, The Last Stand.
Betty didn't call me in a while. I'll have to call her to make sure she's okay. Oh, is that Glen? Who is that woman?
Glen, I want to buy this shirt.
I just bought you a shirt last week, didn't I?
I still want more. I must be the best-looking woman.
I thought your husband had already provided you with money.
But I still want to get it from you. Do you buy it?
Yes, I do. Don't worry. I have a lot of money.
Thank you, honey. I love you.
What? Are they dating? Betty, are you free?
Mom, why are you calling?
I want to talk to you.
I'm working right now. I'll see you at noon. Mom, why do you want to see me?
Betty, tell me the truth. Do you live happily with Glen?
Mom, I told you already. I'm really happy with Glen. No need to worry about me.
You lied. You don't live happily with Glen.
I
was too naive to think that with money, Glen would change. But things seem to be worsening.
Mom, what do you say?
The last time I saw you, I was suspicious that Glen hit you. I set up a meeting to see him. I promised to transfer him $3,000 a month. I made a condition for your happiness. Here's how I can keep you safe.
Does Glen's money for the past couple of months come from you? I found it odd that Glen never hit me again. It turns out it was you who did it.
Today, I saw Glen go shopping with a woman. Looks like a couple to me. Does Glen go out with her? Betty, please, come on, please answer. You can't stand with bad people like Glen anymore.
He's dating her now. Her name is Nancy. He even conspired with his mom to cheat me.
Why won't you divorce him? Do you want to stay with that evil man?
Elle don't have the guts. I didn't listen to you and Dad. I'm afraid you and Dad will laugh at me. I must accept responsibility for my decisions.
Betty, you're missing the point. Your father and I would never do that. We take care of you at all times. Because we're family, you know.
Mom, I'm sorry. Because I was stubborn, I ended up that way. Mom, what am I supposed to do?
Nancy, you are so beautiful. I love seeing you forever.
How flattering of you, but I like to hear. My husband never said that kind of thing.
Then I'll have other sweet words for you. I love you so much.
Me too. Please buy me another bottle of perfume.
There's nothing to worry about. I will buy it for you.
I'll be the loveliest woman in the world. That's thanks to you and my husband.
Nancy, how dare you betray me?
David, why are you back? Aren't you traveling on business?
I wouldn't know you were deceiving me if that wasn't the case. Nancy, you're an awful woman. I gave you everything. Why did you double-cross me?
David, let me explain. Glen and I are just friends who have benefits. I don't have any feeling for him.
Glen's wife told me the truth. You don't call it love? Liar.
Betty said? How did you know her?
My company requested that Betty's company create a media plan. Betty took care of my documents and answered my questions. And this guy must be Betty's husband. You are a pervert. Why have a woman like Betty that you don't treasure?
Come on, let me go. If you don't, I'll punch you.
Do you dare punch me? Let's see who wins.
Please forgive me. Please forgive me.
I forgot to mention I learned martial arts for self-defense. I will take the place of Betty to punish that lousy husband.
Please forgive me. Betty, where are you? Betty? Where is she? Hello, Ella? Why do you call me?
Glen, I know all about this. You cheated on Betty a lot. You're not worthy of Betty. I asked her to wrap up all the luggage and go home. Betty will divorce one-sidedly, whether you want to or not. I will no longer transfer $3,000 into your account monthly.
How can you treat me this way? You're about to regret it.
The one who feels bad is you. If you live decently, you'll never get to this end. I don't want to talk with you anymore. Please, don't look for Betty. Goodbye.
Betty, you are great. How can you abandon me?
You cheated on Betty a lot. You're not worthy of Betty. I asked her to wrap up all the luggage and go home. Betty will divorce one-sidedly, whether you want to or not. I will no longer transfer $3,000 into your account monthly.
Betty, you are great. How can you abandon me?
Episode 10, Double Trouble.
Didn't you say you'd handle your own decisions? You're the one who got out of this family. You're not listening to us. Have you come back?
Dad, I'm sorry.
Sean, stop blaming Betty. It was her fault. She's already had her consequences.
I have yet to tell you. You spoil Betty a lot. Plus, you're giving Glen a monthly allowance of $3,000. You're the one responsible for the consequences.
I'm sorry. It was wrong of me.
Dad, don't blame Mom. The whole thing is my fault. I let you down.
I didn't want to have a word with you.
Mom, why won't Dad forgive me?
Your father needs time. You should sympathize with him. But anyway, you left Glen. From now on, there's no need for fear or anything.
Thanks for giving me some guidance. As a result, I called David and told him about Nancy.
Glen has to pay the price for what he did to you.
I must go to work. It's a little late.
Please be careful.
I know.
Betty, why didn't you tell me? You're not supposed to do that.
I think I can take care of this on my own.
Thank goodness there were no consequences. This morning, I got a call from David. He told me you're a professional woman. He will continue to cooperate with us in the future. If anything goes wrong, our company will be in trouble.
I'm sorry. I don't think that deeply. I just wanted to tell David about the real Nancy is.
You better think twice about doing something. Anyway, you've left the Glen. That's a great thing.
Where's Betty? Come here.
Betty, your husband is yelling out.
What? Is he still trying to find me?
Betty, I want you to stay with me. Please go home with me.
Never. I will not return to this hell. I'll divorce you one-sidedly. You should wait for the attorney's request.
If I divorce you, I will lose everything. I don't have your mother's money anymore. Betty, we had a great time together. Why did you leave me? Do you dare to slap me?
I'm not scared of you now. What you say is a lie. I don't trust you anymore.
You said it. Then let's see.
Glen, what are you doing?
Will you follow me or not?
Glen, you should calm down.
Kevin, you have seduced my wife. Without you, Betty wouldn't have divorced.
You are wrong. You're the one that turned Betty's life into hell. You took responsibility for her tragedy.
What is so loud? Kevin, what is this?
Mom, why are you here?
Who is this man? Why is he carrying a gun? Please leave. This is our company, not where you threaten or use guns.
Shut up. Do you think I put a bullet in you?
You better be careful what you say. Kevin, call the police. Why did he come here to be a nuisance? What is the reason?
It's all on me. He is my husband. I'm not staying with him anymore. He came in here to make trouble.
Kevin, is this how you run a business? Why are you allowing people to cause trouble in this company? I am so disappointed in you.
I'm sorry. I don't think my husband would go there.
I'll catch up with you later. Kevin, I need to talk to you. Follow me to the boardroom.
I know, Mom.
Betty, you're in a big deal. You also know that Kevin's mom is very picky. She was the founder of this company. She then passed it on to Kevin. Sometimes she comes in here and checks out the operation. You're unlucky when she comes in today.
Kevin, I heard from some of the employees that you're biased toward Betty. Is this the case?
It may not be a bias, because Betty had issues with her husband, so I gave her time to complete the tasks.
You should be honest with me. Do you have feelings for Betty?
Yes, I do.
I disagree. You were married before. Why don't you catch up with Taylor?
Mom, me and Taylor are done. There's no turning back.
What about Betty? She is married, too.
Betty applied for divorce. She lived a miserable life because of her husband. Mom, you're a woman too. How come you don't get it about Betty?
I don't feel that way about her. If you still want to love her, that's up to you. I'm leaving.
Is Betty here? Let me see Betty.
Excuse me, do I know you? What did you slap me for?
You dare to seduce my husband. I must slap you.
Excuse me, do I know you? What did you slap me for?
You dare to seduce my husband. I must slap you.
I don't get it. I have yet to meet you.
It was you who made Kevin divorce me. I hate you.
What do you say? Are you Kevin's wife? Are you divorced?
Yes, I'm Kevin's wife. We're getting divorced right now. Betty, this is all about you.
You should speak cautiously. If I ruined your family, why didn't you come and see me sooner? Why do you show up now?
I heard you got divorced from your husband. This is Kevin's chance to go on a date. I won't let you do that.
Betty, please, come on. I want Kevin back. Please, leave my husband.
Episode 11, Wife's Plea.
Taylor, are you crazy enough? Are you trying to wreck this company?
Kevin.
Betty, don't worry. I'll take it from here. Taylor, you better go inside and talk to me. We need to be clear.
Betty, you and Kevin fall in love.
No, it's just a mix-up. I didn't give in to Kevin's love.
Kevin, please come back to me. I love you very much. There's no way I can live without you.
Taylor, we're done. My mom and your family arranged our marriage. I have no feelings for you.
You lied. Time we spent together. You had such a great time. That happened because of Betty, right?
You think so much. This isn't about Betty. This is because of me. We really are not compatible.
I've tried a lot to make the family happy. But in exchange, did I end up like this?
So you can find a better man. But I warn you, don't screw up Betty. If you dare smack her, you will get the result.
Kevin, I will tell you an important thing. I'm already pregnant.
What do you say?
It happened 4 months ago when the two of us felt alone.
We think it is just a one-night stand.
It's been 4 months since I got pregnant. I just got my results back.
If you keep getting divorced or dating Betty, I'll end this pregnancy.
Is this conditioning for me?
Yes, you have to think it through. So I'm leaving.
Taylor, wait.
Hello, Taylor?
I did as you told me. I went to Kevin's company to warn Betty. But he stood up for her. He even told me not to lay a hand on Betty.
Kevin, he's crazy. What's the point of Betty? I don't know why he likes her.
So I used the pregnancy as a condition that Kevin has to leave Betty.
What did Kevin say?
He didn't say anything. However, it showed that he was confused.
Taylor, you did the right thing. Let me help you with Kevin. You are a good woman. I won't let you get hurt.
Thank you.
Kevin, I've given a lot of thought after all. I want us to get to know each other.
Betty, are you giving me a chance to go out?
Yes, I was devastated by Glen. I fell in love with someone who wasn't worthy. I want to love a better person. But I have my suspicions. Why don't you tell me you're married? You haven't divorced yet.
We're on our way to a divorce. Our marriage has no love. I'm afraid when I say I'm divorced, you'll never give me a chance.
I got it. I'm not interested in the future. I only want peace right now. I hope you're expecting a little.
I appreciate your perspective.
If you keep getting divorced or dating Betty, I'll end this pregnancy.
Why do you have such a strange face?
Nothing. No need to worry.
Hello, Betty, listen.
Betty, I want a word with you. Can you have a free time?
Hello.
Please have a seat. Do you know why I invited you?
Is it about Kevin and me?
This is correct. This is the case. Betty, I know you're in an unfortunate marriage. Kevin's wife, Taylor, is the same way. She doesn't have Kevin's love.
So why do you want to help her? They are not happy. You should let her divorce Kevin.
Some things aren't so easy. Taylor was 4 months pregnant. Do you still want to destroy her family?
What? Is she pregnant?
Kevin is a responsible person. He will on his way back to Taylor. You have no hope. Your relationship doesn't come to the end.
That's why Kevin's face looked that way.
I'll give you $1 million. Please leave Kevin.
I want to consider it. I'll be in touch.
Thank you. I know that's a tough demand. But please, help Taylor and help her child. You should go away from Kevin. It's a tough decision. But you're young. You'll meet some other good man.
Betty, I hate you.
Nancy, what are you doing?
Are you still asking me? I just lost anything. It's all your fault. You have no right to be happy.
But please, help Taylor and help her child. You should go away from Kevin.
Betty, I hate you.
Nancy, how are you?
Are you still asking me? I just lost everything. It's all your fault. You have no right to be happy.
Nancy, please don't do it. Episode 12, The Pain of a Wife. You need to cool down. There's always a solution. If you make it, you'll regret it. You are young. You don't want your life to end with jail like Glen, do you?
Why would you tell David about my relationship with Glen? David kicked me out of the house. In fact, he divorced me one-sidedly. I have lost everything. How can you be so cruel?
You should be talking about truth. You ruined our family first. You hooked up with Glen. You don't know how to stop. You lied about Kevin and me as well. My birthday has gone to hell. I think you know what you did to me.
Betty, you should be dead.
Please stop.
Who are you?
Taylor?
You better put that gun down. If she dies, you'll get imprisoned, too.
I never let my gun down. I need to be avenged.
Please call the police.
Nancy, you are arrested for the illegal use of a gun, as well as assault. We will hold you until your court date.
Betty, I won't forgive you.
Thank you for helping me, but...
You want to ask me why do I help you, right? This is my favorite coffee shop. The first time I met Kevin was there as well.
I'm sorry. In fact, I didn't realize Kevin was married. He said nothing to me.
My apologies for that day as well. I was being rude. I don't think your marriage is such a bad thing. I overheard you talking with that woman. When I saw her carrying a gun, I thought I should help you.
I've heard about your marriage to Kevin. Why isn't this marriage happy, but you keep it up?
Kevin was the first to get me warm. I know he's got no real feelings for me, but I loved him very much. When we divorced, I was still unable to accept it. So I did everything I could to keep him.
Is your pregnancy part of your plan?
Yes, that day I invited Kevin for dinner. We were drinking. And it happened. My goal is to use the baby to keep Kevin.
Even if you know there's no happiness in it?
I think Kevin took responsibility. He loves children. Once this child is born, I believe I will be happy. So, Betty, I beg you. Please leave Kevin. You can find someone better than him. In my case, I love him forever.
I should apologize to you. Taylor, I understand this.
Let me think about it.
I appreciate that very much.
I shouldn't have to ruin other people's marriages. Taylor tried to stay married to Kevin. If I continued with him, I would be similar to Nancy. But why do I feel so sad? I rejected Kevin a lot of times. Would I be happy if I took Kevin's love back in the day?
Betty, why are you so sad?
Mom.
That's how everything is. How do you decide?
I don't know how to make a decision. Taylor is not a bad person. She just loves Kevin too much. I also started getting a few feelings for Kevin.
Betty, you made many mistakes in the past. Because you're in such love. You picked Glen. So this ending is different from what you want.
Mom, if so, what should I do?
The decision is yours. I can't decide for you.
Mom, I'm afraid that my decision will be wrong.
That's your decision. I mean, you're almost 30. You should seriously consider and take responsibility for this decision.
I got it. Thanks, Mom.
I hope you will find the true happiness.
Taylor, how are you?
Kevin, I can't believe you are calling me.
Do you have the time? We will go for dinner.
I'm pregnant, so I need to take care of my food.
I get it. So I'll have the cook send you the dish.
Thank you.
Please rest and care for your unborn baby.
I will. If you want to see me, you can come.
Is Betty still off?
Yes, she said she would take 3 days off. She seems to have a personal affair.
Tell Betty to come to my room when she's back at work.
I got it.
Betty, why are you off these days?
This is a big deal.
What's up?
Glen escaped from prison.
What? Why is that?
He threatened the guards when they came with the food. Glen took his gun, too.
Mom, I'm afraid that my decision will be wrong.
That's your decision. I mean, you're almost 30. You should seriously consider and take responsibility for this decision.
This is a big deal. Glen escaped from prison. Glen took his gun, too.
Episode 13, Glen escaped from the jail. Kevin, do you have free time?
Yes, I have. Come in.
I have a few things to say. I met your mom a few days ago.
Really? What did my mom tell you?
She told me your wife is pregnant. She said I had to get away from you.
How did you get back to my mom?
I said I should think about it. I'll get back to her. Kevin, what do you think? Have you come to any decision?
I can't figure out what to do. I don't feel for Taylor at all. However, she was pregnant.
I understand the way you feel. I wish I had accepted your feelings earlier. I was wrong, right?
Betty.
Yesterday, I met Taylor as well.
What? Why did you meet her?
Nancy found me and wanted payback with a weapon. But I got help from Taylor. We went to a coffee shop and talked.
What did you talk about?
No big deal. Just you and Taylor. Kevin, do you love Taylor?
No, I don't. I never had feelings for her.
But now she got pregnant. So will you go back to her?
Betty, give me time. I really love you. I want to take care of you. But I don't know how to deal with these issues.
Okay, I have to work. Talk with you later.
Betty, have you finished? I'll take you home.
Thanks. I'll go home alone. Don't worry.
Hello, Betty. Long time no see.
Glen, did you get away from jail?
Yes, I got out of jail. Now I'm going to see you.
What do you want?
Hello, who is that?
Ella, it's me.
Is Glen's voice? Haven't the police jailed you?
That's right. I was arrested. Then I escaped.
What do you want?
Betty got kidnapped by me. I want you to give me $500,000. I'll let you know the location later.
Did you kidnap Betty? Please don't do anything to Betty.
So prepare the money. You should not call the cops, or she will die.
Hello, Glen.
Ella, what's going on?
Betty has been kidnapped by Glen.
Ella, is that true?
Glen just called me. He said he wanted us to give him $500,000. The location will be announced later. If we call the cops, Betty's in trouble. What did you do?
I have to call the police.
Are you crazy? Do you want Betty be killed?
Please think calmly. Do you believe anything Glen said? If he has enough money, will he let Betty leave? Please believe me, I understand Glen's personality. Until he got the money, he won't dare hurt Betty. We need to report him to the police.
I trust you. I hope she's all right. I am very worried.
I'm Sean. I need to talk to you. Betty is my daughter. She is kidnapped by her former husband. His name is Glen. That's right, it's him.
Where am I? I remember I met Glen and was knocked unconscious by him.
Did you wake up already?
Glen, why did you break out of prison? Why did you kidnap me? What's on your mind?
Betty, remember how we first met? You used to be an innocent girl. I fell in love with you. We met at the restaurant, so I tried to contact you.
Why are you telling me what happened? I regret for loving you.
In fact, the whole thing is my plan.
What do you say?
I know you're a wealthy family girl. Your father is a difficult person. Your mother is a person who cares about you. You are a naive person. So if you have a problem, she will use the money to resolve it. This is what I want to marry you for. All to get you out of this family. From here, I can use you to make money.
Are you saying that means you're not in love with me? You think I'm something you can profit from?
That's right. I love you because your family has money. Like my mom, I'm a big fan of money.
Glen, you are cruel. How can you lie to me like that?
Because you're an idiot. Your love for me was wrong from the start. Because you foolishly believed my words. I didn't think you'd dare get even with me.
I has already opened the rope. My chance.
What did you do?
Glen, stay where you are. If you move, I'll shoot you.
Do you have the guts to shoot me? If I get hurt, you're in jail.
I'm saying you can't move. Are you listening?
Betty, give me the gun. Now.
I will not give.
Give me or not.
Help me. Glen, Glen. Why have things gone this way? I'm saying you can't move. Are you listening?
Betty, give me the gun. Now.
I will not give. Help me. Glen, Glen. Why have things gone this way?
Police here.
He stopped breathing for a while.
What? No, I never wanted to.
You have been arrested for murder. Please come with us to the police station for an investigation.
I didn't want him dead. I was frightened and needed to defend myself.
We will take your testimony. All your statements will serve as proof to the court.
Episode final: The Consequences of Wrong Love.
Hello, Sean listens. Isn't it? Is it true? I got it. I will arrange a lawyer for her.
Sean, what's going on?
Betty got arrested by the cops. She's the one who killed Glen.
What? I don't think Betty would do that.
I guess Betty fought back. We need to hire a lawyer for her.
Betty, you have a visitor.
Who is that?
It's me.
Kevin, why did you come here?
Your family called to let me know you're going on indefinite leave. So I want to visit you. Also say goodbye to you.
Goodbye me? What are you talking about?
This will be the last time we meet. Betty, I love you so much. But I can't love a murderer. I have a future in my life. If people knew I loved you, what would they think?
Turns out you're an awful person. I don't think this is how you'd treat me.
I'm sorry, but I must go home and look after Taylor. She can give birth sooner, so she needs me by her side.
Kevin, your love for me is nothing but words. I had no intention of killing Glen. He kidnapped me.
Too late for that. Betty, goodbye.
Why do you treat me so badly? Why?
Betty, somebody's coming to see you.
Dad, Mom.
How are you? Are you okay?
I'm fine, Mom. I'm in the habit of being here.
We found you a great lawyer. He's here to defend you. Everything will be all right.
I'm sorry, I caused a lot of trouble. I always gave the family a hard time. You've suffered for me in the past.
You shouldn't say that. Glen is responsible for all your tragedies. He paid for it.
Dad, I know you're always worried about me. In return, I bring you sadness. I'm sorry.
Betty, family is welcome you all the time. Whatever's going on, we're always with you. Only children abandon their parents. But parents do not abandon their children.
Dad, thank you for your forgiveness. But I'm scared. How do I get convicted?
Don't worry, Betty. We'll come up with a way to help you.
Charged with Betty White. You have Glen Black manslaughter. I checked with the lawyers and the jury. Considering your actions are self-defense in terms of what the victim did. Therefore, I sentenced the accused Betty White to 3 years imprisonment. The decision is effective immediately.
Betty, 3 years is a short time. You won't have to worry.
I know. Mom and Dad need to be in good health. It's been 3 months since I was released from jail. Right now, I work for Dad's business. Many things made me realize that family is the most important thing. Lovers can give me up and hurt me, but my mom and dad never do that.
Betty?
Kevin?
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Are you okay?
I was released from prison 3 months ago. I'm currently with my dad's company. And you? How goes your life with Taylor?
Taylor passed away. She died from a tough birth. Taylor's parents took the baby and brought him up. Now I'm single.
There's been a lot going on in the last 3 years.
Betty, I'm sorry for treating you that way before. How do you feel? Let's go back to the beginning. Betty, what's going on?
Kevin, you are a selfish man. All you care about is yourself. When I retaliated against Nancy, you were concerned that David was canceling his contract. When I was arrested, you chose Taylor because I could bear a crime. Now that Taylor's passed away, would you get back to me?
Betty, it is all my fault. I love you so much. The person I love the most is you. Let me have a chance, please.
It's too late. I'm not Betty from 3 years ago. I'm not into love anymore. Wrong love for Glen and you. That's enough. I want to have a good time with my family. Goodbye.
Betty, wait! Please forgive me, Betty.